WCAU-TV, Philadelphia. Now, Steve Levy, Gene Crane Weather, Dave Culbreth Sports. This is Channel 10 News.
Good evening and a happy 4th of July to you. I'm Steve Levy. Well, the 4th of July, 1992, and what better place to celebrate the birth of this nation than the place where it all began. And the biggest part of this weekend's events, the 1992 Freedom Festival, was the presentation of the Philadelphia Liberty Medal to former U.S. Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall.
We shall have liberty for all. Thank you.
Justice Marshall received that medal this afternoon just about an hour ago in ceremonies outside Independence Hall. There was also today a reading of the Declaration of Independence, a performance by the Bright Hope Baptist Choir, and then a birthday party going on right now, topped off with free ice cream and cake for all in attendance.
Ladies and gentlemen, please back up.
And earlier this afternoon, a reception was held for Justice Marshall. Channel 10's Mike Strug was there, and he introduces us now to some people who have known the Justice for some time.
There were familiar faces everywhere you looked at this luncheon, a who's who of Philadelphia politicians. But there were also some unfamiliar faces. Unfamiliar to us, perhaps not to Justice Marshall. Sarah Reagan's late husband, Edward, was one of the original plaintiffs in Brown versus the Board of Education, the ruling that ended school segregation. Mrs. Reagan and her family are here because Marshall was the attorney who argued that case before the U.S. Supreme Court. For most of us, Marshall is part of American history. For the Reagans, he was a family friend.
And that's an order.
And I've only heard stories of it from my dad and my uncles, and I used to sit around the table, and they would say how this tall, burly man got out of the car with his hat tilted, and they all stood around and started talking about strategies of how they were going to integrate the schools.
They were more than just stories for Sarah Reagan Smith. She actually attended the Jim Crow schools that her father and Thurgood Marshall were fighting against.
We had outdoor bathrooms, and our gyms were outdoors. If it rained, we couldn't play ball or any of that. And the white school had all this, and they had a nice brick building with the gymnasium and the indoor bathroom and all of that.
So Edward Reagan left quite a legacy for his great-grandchildren. You must be very proud.
Yes, very proud. The blacks could go to the school that they wanted to go to, so then they weren't going to the Jim Crow school anymore. They could go to the white school without them saying anything.
Thurgood Marshall got the medal today, but he wasn't the only hero in the struggle. I'm Mike Strug, Channel 10 News.
Amen.